I have a question. How much physical labor is too much? See, here's the deal. In my business in cabinet refinishing, probably the most time-consuming part is sanding. Nobody likes sanding. And I was sanding for a few years, quite a few actually, by hand or with electrical sander, but still handheld sander, before I started thinking about buying an automated sander. And finally, after a year of thinking, I bought it. I bought that expensive machine, and today we're gonna see if it's actually better. Here's a few concerns though. First, quality of it. Second is time. Is it actually faster? Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the shop. This is our small shop. This is the first official day of my vlog series, and here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you how we use this sanding machine here. It's an automated sander that has 6 different rows of abrasives. With a rotary movement, it sands the piece that's kind of pushed down onto the rubber belt. So instead of sanding everything manually, we're going to run all of these MDF doors that we have on this order. We're going to run them through the machine twice, one side the back, one side front, and they're going to be ready for the primer. We always do that because the raw MDF is not super smooth, so we gotta make it a little smoother before we put our primer on. Well, unfortunately, we cannot get everything sanded through the machine, simply because of the size of some of the pieces. So some of these little guys will get stuck, will get thrown side to side by those sanders, by those pads with the abrasives on it. So we still have to sand it manually. But this is all that I have left. As you can see, 7, 8 pieces, not a lot to sand. And here's what we're able to achieve with sanding through the machine. First of all, not only the time savings and the manual labor, like if I still feel fresh, even though we sanded the whole thing. We get these results that are super easy to replicate. Let me try to focus on this. So this is the edge that we got rounded, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So the reason why we need this edge rounded is so we have a proper amount of paint on all of the edges all around our doors. And the other thing is, it's a little more practical. These rounded edges stand up against any kind of impact a lot better than the sharp ones. So the sharp ones are a lot more likely to chip, to get damaged, so we always round it. And the other thing is, this face, this is a really nice profile, by the way. This face gets a lot smoother than it is when it's raw MDF. And this helps a lot on the priming stage. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna run our seal coat of material and seal off all of these open fiber parts with a very thin coat of primer, then send it through the machine again, and then we're ready for the main coat of primer. Let's get to it. It's a coffee break. So what do we have for now? So far we're doing pretty good. Actually I can't really tell, but anyhow, looks pretty promising so far. But I'm gonna leave all the calculations for later. I can kind of tell you that so far the quality seems to be alright. Like, it's pretty smooth, very consistent. That's what I was looking for, and I feel great. I mean, to be honest with you, like, compared with the manual back and forth using that handheld sander, this stuff has been pretty easy on my back so far. But there's still a full day, half a day left. Let's see where we can get by the end of the day, and whether or not we can actually prime everything by the end of the day. Yeah, it's 11. Just past 11. We still have quite a few hours left. Okay, without any further ado, let's get back to work. All right, I think it's a wrap for the day. Well, let's see what we got. Yeah, it's 4:30. Sergey just left. It looks like we got even more things done that I was planning. So we got everything sanded and we got everything primed. And that is freaking awesome. Yeah, so here's a few quick things. It used to take us 3.7 times longer to sand everything by hand. This is kind of mind-blowing, actually. I was hoping that it would be at least the same time or, you know, somewhat similar, but this is like way better than I expected. The other thing here is, guys, that thing was very consistent, and we didn't miss anything. So what I was kind of worried about before, I was really worried about one of my guys or myself missing sanding one edge, like one of the sides, or missing the whole panel or the back of the panel. And now with that machine, if everything came through, if everything went through, that means that it's all done. That was a good day, huh?